Sir, what somebody wrote as a paper is for that somebody to answer for. I can answer for the government. Now, let me, sir, through you, remind the honourable member, I gave a very detailed statement on the disengagement and recent developments in the India-China border areas. In that statement, I highlighted that the last of the disengagement agreements had taken place which pertained to Depsang and Demchok. I also would like to convey to the honourable member, it was in the statement as well, that the understanding envisages that Indian security forces would be going to all the patrolling points in Depsang and would be going to the limit, eastward limit, which has historically been our patrolling limit in that part. We have also, the same statement made it clear that we have had some previous disengagement agreements. Those disengagement agreements also had certain provisions where both sides on a temporary basis had agreed to put certain restraints on themselves. So I think the position is very clear in that statement, and I would urge the honourable member to read that statement again.
Sri Naveen Jindal.
Thank you, Speaker, sir. Sir, I'd like to ask the Honourable Minister, through you, sir, that what steps is India taking to improve our relations with our neighbour Pakistan, and also to what steps are we taking to increase the trade and commerce with them? Thank you, sir.
Sir, I would like to inform the honourable member that in terms of improving ties with Pakistan, like any other neighbour, we would like to have good ties. But like with any other neighbour, we would also like to have ties free of terrorism. So this has been the position of the government. We have made it very clear that it is for the Pakistani side to show that they are changing their behavior of the past, and that if they don't, of course, there are implications for the relationship and for them. So I think the ball is very much in Pakistan's court in this regard. Regarding trade, sir, I think some of the disruptions which happened because of decisions by the government of Pakistan in 2019, and it is a matter on which they took the initiative, and we have an agnostic position on this.
Sri Asauddin Owaisi.
Sir, can the Honourable Minister enlighten the House that Nepal has printed on their currency showing Indian territories, and what steps are being taken to stop this drug entering from India from Myanmar? And we have committed $10 billion to the development of Bangladesh. What steps is this government taking to ensure that the Hindus in Bangladesh are protected and temples are protected? And what steps is this government taking to stop this dumping of fabrics from Bangladesh, which is destroying the powerloom industry in India?
Sir, regarding the point made by the honourable member on the Nepal currency, our position regarding our borders is very clear. So I think if there is any expectation in any of our neighbours that by doing something it would get India to change its position, I think they should be very clear that is not the case. I'm sure the entire House agrees with me in that regard. With regard to Myanmar, sir, because of the very disturbed conditions in Myanmar, we have had to review the open regime policy which has historically been there, but we are sensitive to the requirement of the border communities. So it is something which we are working on, and part of the challenge is that there is very little government authority on the other side of the border. So most of what we have to do ourselves. But definitely there is today a much greater presence there to secure our borders and to monitor the movement of people across the borders. Regarding Bangladesh, sir, we have a good history of development projects. In fact, when we speak about neighborhood first policy, almost in every one of our neighboring countries, with the exception of Pakistan and China, we have had important development projects. That is the case with Bangladesh as well. And certainly it is our hope that with the new dispensation in Bangladesh, we will settle down to a mutually beneficial and stable relationship. With regard to the treatment of minorities in Bangladesh, it has been a source of concern. There have been multiple incidents of attacks on them. We have drawn our concern to their attention. Recently, Foreign Secretary visited Dhaka. This subject came up during his meeting. And it is our expectation that in its own interest, Bangladesh would take measures so that its minorities are safe.
Question number 26.